I'm not in competition with anyone. I'm just trying to out-succeed the old me. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what's going on today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets, right? I mean, really, somebody give me a clue. 1 minute we're falling and everyone's like, the sky's falling. Next minute we're up, right? Sitting at about the $11,000 area, just about. Came down to 10. Good opportunity to pick up some cheap cryptocurrency, right? Did you have any buy orders down there at $10,000? I mean, I personally didn't. I don't really got any extra cash on the sidelines to be playing these markets. I'm in it for the long term, but I mean, it's getting to be a little predictable, right? You see it coming down to certain numbers, you sell, you see it up around certain numbers, you buy, vice versa, something like that. Well, we don't have my co-host Sammy here today. She's still on her trek home from work. They've been working her hard over there, but I think I might be able to keep the thing rolling around here without her until she joins in. Let me take a walk around the backside here. Let me pull up the screen share. Let me see what we got going on with these crazy cryptocurrency markets. I think something like Bitcoin Cash was up 11%. Can you believe it? Right? Let's see. What do we got going on over here? How do we make this happen? Screen share. Yes, I would like to share the screen. Oh, what's happening here? There we go. Yeah, share. All right. And to the internet. Let's go ahead and refresh this live on the internet, see what we got going on right now at this exact second, because cryptocurrency prices 24/7, 365, they don't stop, and the price is constantly changing with it. That's why we got to work so hard around here to keep on top of it. Look at that Bitcoin dominance, 66.1%. The market cap, I mean, yes, we are below that $300 billion mark. Ouch, that's not amazing, but look at that. We're up 6% in the last 24 hours. We're heading back there. I'm sure by the time I wake up tomorrow, we're going to be on the other side of it. Right? We got Bitcoin, $10,917. I seen it touch 11 earlier. That is up 6.3% right now. Sorry I wasn't able to get out here and, tell you guys don't freak out. I mean, I've seen people freaking out on the internet. I don't know why it happens. Every single time there's any sort of a drop, smart people make money on the way up and on the way down, right? I'm just going to make money in the long term. All right. So, like I said, Bitcoin's down 11% on the overall week. We got Ethereum, $229. It's up 7.9%. It's down 26% in the last 7 days. We got XRP, 31.4 cents. It's up 2.3% right now, down 21.9% in the last 7 days. We got Litecoin under $100, 90 bucks. Wow. Apparently, Charlie Lee had called that correct. Apparently, 135, 136 did have the halving pumped into it already. And as we get closer, we are seeing some retracement. Are we going to see it pump again as we hit the halving? Or is this going to be like 3, 4, 5 weeks down the road after? I mean, we've seen some technical analysis now starting to tell us that we may not see altcoins or Bitcoin do anything until the end of August. I don't know. Have to wait and see. I know that it just gives me more opportunity to go ahead and see if I can't work extra hard this summer, make some more money, and buy some more crypto, right? All right, so we got Bitcoin Cash, $315. That is up 11.2%. Wow. EOS, $4.31. It's up 4.1%. We got Tether at $1. That's the first time I have seen BNB token under $30 in a very long time. $28.30, down 1.5%, down 15.6% on the overall week. Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision took a hit this week. $129, up only 0.93%, down 35.88% on the overall. Tron, 2.5 cents. Ouch. Sideways action. All right. As we do every single episode, hey, look at that. There's another donation in here. That's absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate it when you guys are out there doing a little something to help make this happen. We're getting closer, right? It's still a ways away. We got 75 days. We're trying to get out of the state of Florida. We're trying to get to Mulberry Mountain in the Ozark area of Arkansas. We want to pass out Bitcoin flyers. We have been finding that this is a great avenue and opportunity. It's Sammy. You're here. You've joined us.
Good evening, everyone.
Don't worry, the camera's not on. You don't have to worry about walking in front of it. We're screen sharing. We're telling people about the Wakana Music Festival, October 3rd through 6th, and how we're going to get out there and we're going to camp and we're going to pimp Bitcoin. We're going to pass out flyers with embedded QR codes, telling every single person there about how, hey, you got to get down with some of this digital peer-to-peer currency. I mean, it is undeniable at this point in time that it is going to have a part in our future. I mean, we see talks from the government coming out tomorrow about Libra, right? We got the president tweeting about it. Dark markets are about to see their biggest peak ever this year, right? With $500 million already being spent thus far.
That's a lot.
I mean, it even got me considering it. What can I say? Okay. And look at that. I went ahead, got some more donation in here.
Oh.
So we're making progress. We also took off the $20 from Facebook. So if you actually want to donate in fiat, because the price of crypto is, you know, it's hard. It's hard getting your hand on crypto. It's harder giving it away. It's hard when it's down.
Especially if you believe in it, it's hard to give it away.
You can always come over to Facebook, right? Where there's links down below to all of the other social medias that I'm posting to in case something ever does happen around here. And you can use your credit card like Paul Rouleau did, or your debit card, or whatever they, you know, and it actually takes a pretty small percent. It's a lot smaller than the super chats. Speaking of the super chats, we are about a week away from getting paid out for super chats, and the new microphone will be coming shortly after. I mean, that's going to be fantastic. I'm excited about that.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and stop the screen share. Let's pop out the backyard. Let's bring up the chat.
There's people in the chat.
There's people in the chat that they knew you went out and that you worked really hard today to get that, what, $100 maybe after they take their taxes and extort you, and you got to pay for your gas and lunch and all that kind of stuff. Making $100 the hard way, right? Well, there's an even harder way. You could be one of the call girls, right? Take it on your back.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, that's the real hard way to earn $100.
I've always gotten the phone call girls. They're all like, oh, yeah, you should try that. It's like, no, I can't.
You do have a voice for it, Sammy.
But I couldn't. I just, you know what the other person's doing on the other side. Okay, people?
You have a vivid imagination.
Yep. I mean, I'm a housekeeper, okay? It runs wild.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give you a black light.
Mm-mm.
All right.
God, no.
So I got, what do you want to call it? Our favorite topic, our hot topic, our go-to topics around here. Scams, hacks, extortion, right? Our three favorites. We got one of each today. You guys know we love talking about it.
That we decided to make the channel for.
Right? I mean, we know that cryptocurrency, when you first get into this and you don't have a cryptocurrency education, you're going to go over to like that dark place of crypto Facebook. You're going to get sucked into one of these unbelievable, all you need is a Gmail account and you can make $700 a day, right? Well, what do we got here? We got the Indian police. They had to rescue 3 people, and 2 of them were Bitcoin traders. They were held hostage for about 2 weeks. So, I mean, that is quite a while. They were being held for about an 80 BTC ransom. So, quite a bit, right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, eventually, you know, the police came across a guy with a gun in the middle of the night, and when they went and arrested him, he kind of gave in on his gang members, and then it led him to the police. It led the police to the gang, right? And the gang was about 7 different people, and they also think they're linked to a few other kidnappings, extortion, and robbery. So they were like a mini mafia, right? An India mini mafia.
An India mafia, really?
Well, the three individuals, 19, 36, and 44, claim to have been, they said that they're tortured, so I'm going to believe them. I don't know why they're going to lie, saying that they were beaten with sticks and belts and stuff like that. It's getting to be the thing, right? I mean, you're not going to rob a bank, right? I mean, you don't usually get away with it. The silent alarm, the dye pack, all of the stuff that they got, things that unknown things they got going on with the bank, I'm sure. To make sure that you're pinpointed, even if you do get out of that bank.
Oh, yes. I mean, yes. Like, between, like, street cameras and, I mean, yes, like, you should be aware that you're probably going to get caught. So,
when it comes to cryptocurrency, I mean, this is definitely a better avenue, right? Because of the censorship resistance, it makes it a tool that they're going to want to utilize. And we heard the president say things like, terrorist funding, stuff like that. So, you head down that bad road that it's used for all the stuff that you don't want it to be used for. Those things are going to happen regardless. And it's just that this is such a good tool that they're going to utilize it first because they're going to conduct their business or do whatever they're going to do.
No, I mean, yes, like you hear the horrible stories of kidnappings, trafficking, things that are all funded by fiat. And yet it takes them forever to find out. They find it on someone's, computer. They take one person down and then have to take down the whole net. I mean, of course you're going to go to something that's less trackable. But all of it happens regardless. I mean, if you're a bad person, you're going to figure out how to use the system, whatever system you're using.
I mean, my thing is that you're going to see more of this stuff, right? So without Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, without Bitcoin having a marketing department to be able to try to do that publicity stuff where you turn things around. You also paint the good picture while the bad picture is being painted to lessen the sting of public opinion. Because we've seen public opinion, changes. How many movies have we seen? How
many protesters have changed the outcome of, take your pick.
So it's stuff like that, as bad people utilize Bitcoin, it's going to be over publicitized by the entities out there that want to suppress Bitcoin, either the price, the adoption, the revolution. We actually heard Crypto today in his video talking about what I'm always talking about, that there is an underlying war that is happening here with Bitcoin on an every single day basis. And all you have to do to take part in it is change out your fiat for Bitcoin. It is the best form of revolution ever because there is no protesting, there is no fasting, there is no getting the hose turned on you or the dogs or the bean bags.
Just think about how when we were in school and the war on drugs and how forever we saw the frying pan and this is your brain on, and that cannabis, marijuana, was a gateway drug. And they promoted it for a decade plus, for sure. And now it's coming back to, maybe it's not the gateway. And maybe propaganda is propaganda. And we need to have more positive views on cryptocurrency. Otherwise, the only thing that everyone else is going to hear is propaganda.
Right.
That it is used for everything under the sun that's bad. And they do it because it's privacy and it's not traceable. It is.
Mm-hmm.
These things are not
It's all
true.
misinformation. It's all misinformation. They tell them that it's private and not trackable. It is. It is not private. They are tracking it. They're getting better at tracking
Unless you're
it.
using a privacy coin, yes, it is trackable. The blockchain is real.
All right.
Oh,
so
we have people.
we have
Hold
people.
on.
All right. Let's talk to these people.
Gotta do my
What are you
job.
guys doing out there? What are you thinking about this cryptocurrency space? Did you survive the weekend? Sorry we weren't out here yesterday. Things have been hectic, right? We have been trying to stay busy as can be. We are working all the time. We're trying to get a business up off the ground once again because we're always staying in motion, right? We're trying to make that money. We're trying to make that crypto. We're trying to figure this stuff out. We want to retire early. We want to enjoy our lives, right?
Keep hustling.
Yeah. So who's there?
All right, so Bitcoin Jake is here. He says, oh, hello.
Awesome. Thanks for coming out here, buddy. We appreciate it.
He says 11:47 is what we just hit before we went back down. I know, right?
I seen it too. I was actually sitting right there watching it, and I seen it hit 11. I'm like, yes, 11. Forget those people. And now, trace backwards. But hey, it's all right. You know what? I'm not selling anything today. I was actually, I'm getting myself ready right now because we went back down to 10. I'm saying it's probably going to go high and come back down again. I got to get ready to start buying back in. You know, I've kind of been sitting on the sidelines a little too much. We are definitely out of this bear market. We're definitely heading towards the bulls. If this is a period of accumulation, why am I not accumulating more? Right?
Why am I not accumulating? Paul Rouleau is here. He says, good evening. Hi, Paul. All right. Bitcoin Jake says,
my buddy Paul, I appreciate you so much, my man. I don't even have enough words that I can express on this camera to tell you that we are so glad to have you.
Oh, you are so a bestie.
Yeah.
Whether you want to be or not, you're a bestie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have the other half of the locket, bro. Bitcoin Jake says, I'm still mining LTC. Got that.
Get it while you can get it, right? Get it while the
X.
getting's good.
Yep. He says, Tron, 2.5 cents. Turkey. Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, I mean, real easy to see it back at 3.5, right? Like,
Bitcoin Ben gave us a super chat.
oh, buddy.
1999. Viva la revolution.
Buddy, I'm glad you're here. I mean, it means a lot. I mean, you could be out there watching everybody that's anybody. You're a semi-famous guy. You have a great attitude. You have a great life. That you take time to watch us means a lot to us. Like, and that you care about us fighting the good fight, right? Because networking is a big part of it. And I know that's something you're always working on. And I know we're kind of a little too reclusive and we got to get out there. But we're staying in motion. We're trying, right? That's the best we can do is we can get out there. We can pass out our flyers. We can keep doing our show every single day that we can get the energy together to muster to come out here. And we can keep talking positively about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and repeating and reiterating the same thing over and over again. Bitcoin and crypto is the future. And that is undeniable. The price does not matter. What everybody is saying, what is happening, the code, the hack, the whatever, means absolutely nothing because the dollar bill is not going to work in the future. And that is a given. And it's hard to deny it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it is. I love you, Ben. The video that you did that you were talking about us again, like, I got all misty while you were misty. It was awesome. Like, you are an awesome man. And I mean, like, I don't know. You can always tell when people are people and when it's good and when they are good people and you are good people.
All right. So are we moving on? Or
oh, no, there's more people.
You guys, amazing.
What?
We take one day off and you guys come back in full force.
Bitcoin Ben says, keep kicking butt, guys. Bitcoin Jake says, exactly, XR. XRM or CoinJoin, something. Yes, if you're thinking you're going to do something that somebody else isn't going to know about, you really need to take some extra measures now because it's not real. It's not real. Just like this, you know, it wasn't the gateway. Yep, this is not the gateway to bad
and this
people.
is where that cryptocurrency education comes into bat, right? Because once you're in Bitcoin, once you're in cryptocurrency, you know that you have pseudo-anonymity. You know that over the last 5 years, there has been so much regulation and chain analysis is on this, right? Mt. Gox changed everything. And now, with the new regulation that's coming out from all the different countries and how the exchanges are tracked and everything, it is very hard unless you are literally collecting crypto like, I guess what, like we are. In the hardware wallet donated from fans, where it is a peer-to-peer transaction from individuals that do not know each other. It is tracked.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't, just like, okay, like, I listen to radio because I'm horrible and I have no tech savviness, okay? They were literally talking about how Google and, it was something else, was just, it just randomly says half your conversation or half your stuff. And they were like, oh, it's listening to you. Of course it is. Of course. Like, you have to be aware of the technology and your surroundings. It's stupid to think that you can just go into Bitcoin and then like rob people or sell prostitutes or do any of these things and not that you're not going to get caught because it's better than money. It's not. Like, it's still something. You have to do it.
Yes, you have to have the education.
You have to literally go the extra mile.
Yes, I mean, how many times have we seen time and time again where people are actually using their Coinbase account?
Yes.
Like, they're doing an illegal activity and having it sent straight to their Coinbase account.
Are you kidding me? That's the man. That's like telling Google your location in the middle of an illicit transaction. Like, really? Would you like Google to be like, so you come here often? Would you like to name it? No, that's the hooker house. I don't want to name it. Like, really? Oh, okay. So Paul Rouleau loves Bitcoin Ben, because we all do. Crypto Kerbert is here. He says, yo.
Awesome.
Oh, JT Irby.
JT,
says,
buddy.
I
Buddy, I know it's been a while. I know Twitter's even been pushing your stuff at me. Like, every time you're pressing like and tweeting back at everybody lately, it's been notifying me. So I'm glad to see you make it out here, buddy. I appreciate it.
Bitcoin Ben says, I love your show and that we are an amazing couple. Aw, thank you.
We just try the best with what we got, right?
I mean, we are what we are and we are who we are.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
so
it's been too long to figure anything else out. Hold on, one more. Okay.
Wow.
Crypto Kerbert says, boom shakalaka is the future. I had to say it. Boom shakalaka. All right. JT Irby says,
I know I've stopped watching Crypto Love, but that was the best part for a while.
He had a whole little fat beard going. It was awesome. Like his whole little lumberjack thing. Mm-hmm. I love how it's like hair on the bottom, not on the top. It's like the reverse mullet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Boom shakalaka. All right. Bitcoin Jake says that he needs to get a new mic. That his $20 mic isn't cutting it anymore. Mike sounds like poo-poo halfway through.
I know. We didn't even realize R1 had stopped working, right? Like, we were using it and people started complaining. And I'm like, I don't understand. This thing is plugged in.
Right? It's like, I don't know. I think it's working.
Yeah, then I went and messed around and banging on it. I'm like, nope, I'm not seeing the little bars over there. So we got BitPoint. The Japanese exchange, I'll make this one quick so you can collect some more comments if you guys are out there lurking in the dark.
Flex was saying hopefully that the criminals don't know how to use the Wasabi wallet. Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't collect any cryptocurrency off these people. They were able to rescue the people, right, when they caught one of the gang members outside, and they weren't able to extort any cryptocurrency out of them. Nice. And I guess if you read further into the story, they had kidnapped 2 of the individuals and then went and kidnapped the 3rd individual a couple days later. I just thought about being held hostage.
That one snitch on the other ones, and yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine being held hostage for 2 weeks where you're alive and being in that constant fear that they're going to take my life. And then also with saying that they're being tortured. I'm sure that they weren't they weren't love tapping them.
No, I mean, yes. Like, yes. Once you're in that area of
PTSD for sure.
unknown. Mm-hmm. I mean, you never can tell what someone else is thinking.
So, all right, the next one. We got Bitcoin, the Japanese exchange, the most recent one that got hacked, right? We were hearing all about this for $30 million, right? Well, come to find out there was actually another $2.3 million that came up missing as well. It was supposedly from other exchanges outside of the Japanese country and regulation that were also using the Bitcoin system. So they experienced the hack as well. And now we're also coming to find out that about $23 million of the hack belong to clients. So the exchange is out 9 million. The clients are out 23 million.
You gotta love it.
I mean, it's just why I can't wait for the day, right, when we have the decentralized exchange that works directly from your hardware wallet so that you don't have to go through all of this stuff. Completely puts these honeypots out of business. I mean, exchanges are great right now. You know, if you get with a good one, it'll let you hook your credit card and debit card up to it. It'll let you hook your bank account. It'll help you do the daily cost averaging. It'll help you with your taxes at the end of the year. So there's lots of pros to it.
It's like the Inuit? Yeah. Oh, Lord, I'm trying to think. Forget it.
But as we move forward, there needs to be a situation where we move away from the exchange.
Simplicity is not always good. When something else is doing it all for you,
it becomes that self-reliance, that be your own bank. A lot of people are shrugging the responsibility that comes along with it and are leaving it at the exchange. And they're just saying, as long as I have my account at the exchange, they're protecting me. And I have 100 and something wallets, right, that I can take my cryptocurrency. I can keep it safe because I can set a stop loss and this and that. So if the price of whatever I'm holding starts plummeting, I'm only going to lose 15% or something before my stop loss gets called and I go back into Tether or whatever. So it's playing in the murky water, right? It's like, I want to be part of the cryptocurrency system and I want to put a lot of money into this, but I also want to have some reassurance. I don't want to take the responsibility that it would be to have my own hardware wallet and shapeshift my money.
Oh.
And changely it back into my hardware wallet if I have to, not have stop losses, not be able to play Forex markets.
All right. So Bitcoin Jake, I don't know. It could be you, as in us, because you and I are right next to each other. So, I mean, we know our mic is poo-poo. Mm-hmm. We do.
We do. That's why you guys donated. And like I said earlier, the 21st to the 25th will be Google AdSense payout to us. And like I said, we're not for profit. We let you guys know everything all the time. You got questions, just ask.
Oh, yeah. You can follow the whole train of, yep.
So there'll be some money coming in from the Google AdSense, which will be going to the microphone. We'll be ordering it as soon as the money hits the bank account. So, and if there's anything left over, it'll be coming off the tally fund.
Okay. GT Irby says, just like I'm not real, I'm a figment of your imagination. And he asks, Bitcoin and beer? Apparently
Bitcoin and beer. I
Bitcoin
needed one today. It was hot. What did it get up to? It said 105 with the heat index in Central Florida.
It was 98 without the heat index. Yes.
And I worked outside and all of it, all day today.
So did I. Because also, I don't know where these people are coming from in the hotel that I work, but okay, you know, hotel ACs. Yeah, everybody had them off. Not even on like, oh, it's going to be 80 or 75 in here. Off.
So you're walking into a steaming hot room, having to clean it and turn the AC on?
Yes. And that takes a good 10 minutes before you feel anything. Oh, whatever. I don't know. I mean, where did you come from where you want not outside. I mean, like, yes, where is 90 plus? Like, oh, that's my temperate. Like, yes, that's where I want it. Okay. Plex says, don't worry about being tracked so much. Their ability to track is very limited. Basically only good when using public keys, legally registered in your name. Notice how crypto holders never get caught.
I personally like to start thinking back to stuff like
crypto lockers.
Like the Samurai wallet, and how chain analysis, if you start looking at things like the daisy chain, you look at after 5 hops, things become harder to start tracing. So I think through several hops that can be conducted on your own over periods of time, I think that cryptocurrency can definitely lose its shroud of who owns it and who controls it and why was it given or donated or possibly purchasing services, right? I mean I accept cryptocurrency at my new adventure.
Yeah.
You get a massive discount. I get 30%
for cleaning a room if you just I'll
take Satoshis anytime.
I will take Satoshis. Forget your dimes scattered across the floor, man. Like, give me a little something. All right. So, Scott Gable is here now.
Scott Gable, yeah, I haven't seen you in a long time, my friend. Thanks for coming.
He says, good to hear y'all. Warren Buffett is still poo-pooing on crypto. I used to respect his judgment. He says it's based on nothing.
Everybody keeps saying this, and I think that it is a situation of lack of understanding, right? Lack of technologies, complexity, right? Because I mean, I do understand that, hey, I was a kid when there wasn't really the internet or computers, right? Mm-hmm. And then they came to fruition as I grew up. I can see these gentlemen that are older than me. So I'm approaching 40. I can see these gentlemen that are 45 and beyond having difficulty because if they didn't actually get involved with technology, right? And start understanding the value in it and how it's increased productivity, which we've talked about before, which is the underlying factor to value. Productivity, value, they will go hand in hand. So the fact that technology has created so much more productivity, then they can't see that Bitcoin can create so much more productivity in the financial markets that is being restrained through third parties and censorship. Right? I mean, when you're talking about, I want to send my mom in Guatemala $100 because she doesn't have no money and she's in a third world country and I'm here in America and I can't get it to her for a week and then I got to pay $30 out of the 100 to get it there. And now we talk crypto and we're talking about that she can have it in an hour and she can have it for 50 cents.
Common sense, people. I mean, yes, right? Like, it would be like, of course I would want to expedite that for a smaller fee. Why not? All right. So, JT Irby says, you two are dug into crypto like an Alabama tick.
Yeah.
And it is Bitcoin Jake's mic because he says I'm looking into OBS settings and things currently. JT Irby says Eugene and Sam open source like Bitcoin, baby. I know, right? Just, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to start figuring out what we're going to do because we love Hangouts. Hangouts is great. It sucks that it's going away August 1st. They're starting to recommend YouTube.web. I haven't even looked at it, but since I'm the one that started the video this time, I was like, oh, frig, I'm going to have to look at this crap after this because I like streaming labs, but for some reason, because of all of it, like I've said before, we have really low internet speed. That's half of the reason why the resolution that you guys are getting is as low as it is. It takes more. It's more data. It's more data going through the stream to give you the minimal amount that we're giving you. So it gets really glitchy.
Yeah.
And I definitely wouldn't want to switch to a blog because not that my face is amazing, but it's that I want you guys to know who I am. And I want you guys to know that at no point am I trying to hide who I am or what I have going on. And that when I perform at my free help desk, that I stand behind my work. Right. And that when I get out here and talk about cryptocurrency every single day, it's to let you know who you're going to be messaging when you're saying, hey, can you help me with Bitcoin? Can you help me with this altcoin? Can you help me figure out what's up with my EOS? I think I lost it. Right. And if I don't know how to do it, I'll figure it out. I'll get help. I'll buy the cryptocurrency and mess around with it till I get you an answer because I love this stuff. It's what I want to do for a living. But that, doesn't really work out that way, right?
No, usually what you want to do for a living doesn't work out that way for some reason.
Well, I mean, I want to test drive jet skis too, or at least that's what I thought for a long time.
I don't want to fix them. I don't want to see dead or decaying or bad ones. I just want to play with them. And I mean, dog walkers don't get paid very much. So I'm not sure what category.
You sure there's an app you can work for there?
All right. So Andy Anderson is here now. He says, I'm always late. Sorry. And hello. We
Andy
love you,
Anderson.
Andy.
I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that everybody's hanging out. Don't lurk in the dark, you guys. Message. Let Samantha know that you're here. We love this. This is fantastic. You guys are putting the whipped cream and the cherry on top at the end of our day.
Bitcoin Jacob says, I have been in Bitcoin and crypto since the end of 2014. Bought my first BTC January 2015. Never ever had any issues. And JT Irby says, the OGs are in the house. Oh.
When I was 6 months into this, it was like, wow, yeah, I'm starting to feel like an OG. Man, I don't even know now. It's like remember those old Anne Rice books, right? And they talked about the vampires that were thousands of years old. So I got some more news. Should I get into the last little bit here, or?
All right, hold on. Bitcoin Jake says it's based on math, finality, and cryptographic network securing it. What about the US dollar?
I mean, we can go round and around with that one. Besides, when I always come out here and I talk about stuff, there's technical analysis and this and that. And you can say technical analysis doesn't work because this is an emerging market, right? I talk about how things that are important are Google Trends, right? And what famous people who don't talk about Bitcoin are saying and what the average everyday person is saying, because really, ultimately, when it boils down to it, it's adoption that matters. You will have governments overturned if you get the masses behind you. Things change when you have the people. So that's why I have always seen that it is a matter of adoption. It is a matter of education. It is a matter of showing everybody that there is something else. Because I know from my own personal experience, I didn't know there was anything else. I didn't know there was options. And that's why I say that when I was able to start living a life in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, that it changed everything for me, because I was able to look at the dollar bill and I was able to look at the bills and I was able to look at debt from outside the system. And it's easier to see everything when you're outside of it, right? It's hard to see past the end of your own nose. You're always stuck in your own head. It's hard to criticize and say, that's not really right to yourself. Well, when you're in the dollar bill, it's hard to say that this is wrong because this is what you're working for. This is what you're doing every single day. You're off like Samantha is right now. She just came home and she's probably lucky if she made $100 today at her wages and taxes and all of that.
Yeah. I mean,
so how are you going to criticize the dollar bill that you just went and slaved away and worked so hard that you didn't even get to come home and make your family dinner? You didn't get to come home and participate in this project that we do every single day.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You worked an extremely long day for what? A couple extra dollars? And you didn't have the choice, because if you walked away in the middle, what would have happened? You wouldn't have had the job tomorrow, which you need, because you have to pay the bills. And if you didn't pay the bills, then you might as well just go stand on the corner, hold up the sign that says, we'll work for food even though you have no intention for it, so that you can get a natty daddy and go sit in the woods.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right?
Yep. Or panhandle on the side of the road and, you know, whatnot. Okay.
Shoot up heroin and die in a bathroom. Right?
Yay. Okay. So, intro to crypto says, howdy. JT Irby says, it's not Trump's first arrogant tweet and certainly won't be his last.
Oh, yeah. You already see how everybody blew past it. I already, like, today was the first day I worked with the other guy, and I was mentioning it, and I was like, oh, did you see Donald? Everyone's under the racism. I mean, he tweets so often.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
the
think.
wall and,
I
oh,
think
yes,
that
and
maybe we'll have some sort of conversation after we see these hearings the next 2 days. You know, and I don't even anticipate really having any news tomorrow on it or the following day. I think it's going to be a day or two after before people are able to digest what actually was said and can have some sort of. I actually read between the lines, and this is what I'm getting.
Intro to crypto says, glad to catch you live. JT Irby says, next fundraiser, Satoshi's for Sam. Josh is here. He says, hey guys, I'm late. I want to be a pro YouTuber educator too. You are going to be.
I know, Josh. I do like dropping in on your videos. I was actually thinking about you today at work, buddy. And I want to email you. So I'll have to remember to hit you up. If you remember, hit me up, man. I want to talk to you about something.
Bitcoin Jake,
Finish the beer.
was saying about, I don't know if it was his message or our message, and then JT Irby asked, and he said he works for dogs, or with dogs, doggy daycare.
Ooh.
Pretty food money. Oh, God, I would love that. I would love that. I would love to not, because I've worked for groomers and others.
Mm-hmm.
No, like not even the, oh, I gotta put you in a harness and I gotta like put scissors near your face and you don't like it. Like none of it. Or dog washing and then they have blow drying. Yeah, what dog likes blow drying? Okay.
I mean, everybody would love to have their own business. And I mean, there's 1,000 different businesses, right, that you can always open up that have low overhead, low start to cost. It's always a problem of customers, right? You need money, just like I said, that job. You couldn't leave early because you need to go to that job tomorrow to get your bills. Well, you can't just say, hey, I'm not going to go to this job because I'm going to open up a business and then wait for a customer. Because you need customers, lots of customers. And everyone always says advertising. So wait, you want me to pay more money on top of money that I'm already not making so that I can start getting money? It's a catch-22 situation where you got to find the middle ground.
JT Irby says, must love dogs. And Bitcoin Jake says, I do. I have 2 dogs myself, and they get to come to work with me every day. What? See, that, I would like that, okay? I would.
All right. So I got a little bit of news still. You want it, Samantha?
I just want to talk to Bitcoin Jake about dogs, but yes, go
ahead. All
ahead.
right. We got Monroe College here. All right. Their systems got hacked.
Oh.
So we're looking at kind of that same incident that we had seen coming out of South Florida here, where we had seen the 2 cities getting hacked, and then they had the ransom.
Yes, the river something or the whatever, and the yes.
Well, their whole system went and got encrypted, right? It's all locked up, just like we've seen over there. And they're wanting about $2 million in Bitcoin in ransom. They're wanting 170 BTC. So that's a nice little payday for them. We seen this happen remotely at 6:45 a.m. Wednesday, right? And there's about 8,000 students that are affected because of this. So it's enough, but I don't know if it's enough to go pay $2 million.
But yes,
it's the whole thing.
Okay,
it's the whole. It's a smaller college that's in the Bronx or whatever.
I mean,
well,
I don't know. They paid the one for the small, and they didn't even get it back. Like they paid the ransom, and they still were hacked and didn't get anything.
So what we're getting now is they were founded in 1933, and the dean's coming out and saying we were teaching long before these tools were invented, and we still know how. So they're just going to
What?
keep going. Classes are still in session.
Right.
Payroll was
1913,
done
you
off-site
think? Yeah,
by
right.
someone else, but apparently the website's down. A bunch of other stuff is down. They got their IT tech team on it, trying to see what they can do and patch it out. We haven't heard a word on whether or not they're going to go and pay the ransom. Probably not, though, it's looking like.
Right? It's like, oh, you cut my power? Okay, well, I have a generator. Screw you. I mean, like, yes. I guess if they can work around it, then work around it.
Okay.
Don't pay it.
And then I saved this one just for you, Sammy. Remember,
Yay.
well, it wasn't yesterday because we weren't out here. I know, unfortunately, we missed that day.
Before?
The day before. Do you remember how you were saying that we never have follow-ups on what happened to these people that get kidnapped and the ransoms and all that?
Yes.
All right. Do you remember the Norwegian woman that you were asking about?
Yes.
I have a follow-up on her. So apparently now it's looking like she was murdered.
Oh.
It's looking like that she was murdered beforehand, and the whole hitting the guy in the head, the whole ransom, the whole kidnapping, all of that was a cover-up.
Man.
So another elaborate story where they tried to sprinkle in some cryptocurrency to make the charade a little more real.
Some more bad players, really. Like, I mean, so did he kill her? Like, is that what they're getting to?
They didn't say that in the article. They just said that it looked like that she was previously murdered, and that the kidnapping and ransom were used as cover-ups.
So
I mean, we're talking about, it was like 3 lines that I caught at the bottom of a different article.
Criminal advice, but yeah. So he just made a giant look over here, not over there.
Oh, come on. We've seen those kinds of CSI Miamis and New Yorks and everything else where they do something.
There's literally stuff in my horrible Google feed and stuff where people are saying that their kids were taken from their house, and then 7 days later they're finding out that they were never taken.
The girl.
That doesn't help.
The girl with the kid here in Florida that she said was...
Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. How am I forgetting this one's name?
I know. We seen her that one time in that party in Titusville, remember?
Because she lived there.
Yeah. Because she lived in the Orlando area, and she had come over to that parties at Russell's.
Oh, my Lord. It started with a K. Or her last name.
Yeah, the one where she killed her kid or whatever, and they found her. But remember, and then she made up all those stories. And she made up all those stories about somebody taking her kid at Disney World, and that never really happened. Same kind of deal.
She got acquitted. She did not actually get murdered. She got some accomplice to something and child endangerment or some crap.
So that's all the news. I finally got all the way through
Anderson? Wait, no. Crap, I don't remember her name. All right.
Casey Anderson?
Casey?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Something like that. Everybody knows who we're talking about, okay? Because it was 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Something in that area.
Yeah, it's probably more like 6 or 7 now, but yeah. We're old, Sam. All right, so it's about time to be wrapping up the show. It's been going on for a real long time. We finally got through the news. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, though, please go ahead, put it in the chat. Like I've said, if you guys are there and you're talking, I'll stay. I'll keep talking. Never going to cut a show short. If you guys got stuff you want to talk about, keep going with Bitcoin, because like I've said before, hey, this is how we spread awareness, right? If we're all having a good time, if we're smiling, if we're talking about Bitcoin, you know what? There's people listening in. There's people wondering what we got going on. There's people wanting to know why Bitcoin is so amazing that we can't shut up about it. Because you know what? It's a revolution. It's changing the world. It's opened my eyes. I'm sure it's opened some of your eyes. And you know what? I'm just trying to help open more people's eyes. So I hate doing it, but you know what? I do have those donational addresses down below. They show up on the tally fund. This is totally not for profit. Nothing here at this channel goes into my pocket in any way whatsoever. It all goes back to keeping this channel running and pretty much going to these events now that we've started this and getting these flyers printed. I got last ones right here. Right? I want to get better paper.
Like the paper.
Yeah, the paper's too flimsy. But because I want people to take these and take them home, right? Because we have a million souvenirs from other events we had gone to. The embedded QR code does work. It's amazing. You can scan this. It gets you started at Gemini.
All right. So Bitcoin Jake says one day that he bathed 11 dogs out of 12 without a leash. What? Dog whisperer. I quit my dog groomer because I thought that she was just, it was like, dude, you don't have to do this, man. Come on now. Like, you could do so much more than like muzzling them and harnessing them. I mean, they were in Shamu harnesses, okay? Like arms and legs just going. It was horrible. All right. Then JT Irby says that Jake has skills. Yes, dog whisperer. Okay. TD is here. He says, hey guys, Paul Rouleau, our bestie, obviously knows the answer. Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
I know. I almost went and volunteered to go search for the kid out in the woods and everything too.
It was
and
actually not that far from us at all.
Yeah, we had seen her one time at a party.
Yep. After, yeah. Yes, after. And it was like, oh, punch in the face. Why do you look happy?
All right, Samantha.
Oh, and Josh is here. And he says he emailed you.
Awesome. I will get back to you.
Yay. We love you guys. Okay, so yeah, you're at 53 minutes. You
All right.
gotta wrap this up.
Like I've said a couple times already, there's a couple of links down there below, right? It's the other social media platforms that we're posted on. I really want you guys to come on over to my Facebook. If you haven't already come over to my Twitter, I got quite a few followers at Twitter, right? It's up to like 1,700, but I got 16 on Facebook. So if you're not one of those 16, which I doubt you guys are, unless you're Josh, his girlfriend, or Paul Rouleau, then you're my family members. So I need you to come over there. I need you to follow me on Facebook. All right.
17 family members? Okay, fine.
There's 15 or something. All right, you guys. I appreciate you coming out here. I want you to go keep kicking ass all week, right? It's going to be hot here in Florida. It's going to be hard. Nobody wants to do it. But you know what? It's going to pay off because we're the smart ones. We're hodling that Bitcoin. We're trading that cryptocurrency. We're investing in projects. We're doing something to make our lives better, different, and more for ourselves and family, right? They can't hear your head nod, Samantha.
Yes.
Keep your BTC safe. Later.
Bye, guys.